तुझसे 500 रुपए बेट लगाती हूँ कि जैसे अंकल आएंगे ये मेरे ब्रेस्ट को देखेंगे.
तुम गंदी बच्ची हो, तुम गंदी गंदी बातें करती हो, हट जाओ यहाँ से, तुम अलग बैठोगी.
Hello, welcome beautiful people. Welcome to the first episode of Breast Friends, and today we're talking about all things behens, breasts, boobies.
Yay.
I'm Shaivya, the co-founder at Tilt,
My name is Tanya, you know me better as Dr. Cutress.
and we're wearing our trusty fursats today to this chat. Before we dive in, do you want to tell everyone joining us what fursat is all about?
This is what Fursat is all about. No, so I think I really struggled with finding a bra that I could have Fursat in, but also that would be there in my regular life. Like, there's two categories of bras we have right now. We either have loungewear or we have sports bras. There's no in between. And I feel like, as somebody who really likes to chill but also really likes to work, the Venn diagram of my life was like underwire bra, sports bra, loungewear bra. ये तीनों का बीच में कुछ, there was no combination, the Venn diagram was never intersecting, and that's why we made Fursat.
It does it all. The final bra. Okay, so before we talk about the advanced boob mechanics of it all, let's talk about your first bra, right?
Oh gosh.
So my first experience was you go into like a nukkad ka shop and they check you right out. They're like S, M, जो भी तुम्हारा starting bra है वो, I don't know what a training bra is because I didn't have it. I had a first bra because concept was not there when I was young. So what was your experience like, and what was it like having your cup size change?
Did you ever have that whole thing about कि अब बेटा ब्रा खरीदने का समय आ गया है, or were you like, Mom, I need a bra, or like, did that?
Come on. Mom, I need a bra. If I had a choice, you think I'd be like wearing bras too?
I went and told my mother, I was like, मम्मी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, मैं शमीज से काम नहीं चल रहा है, मुझे कुछ और चाहिए.
How did she react? What was her?
My mom's very chill. She was like, हाँ, जरूरत तो है तुम्हें. So हम मदन कलेक्शन गए और वहाँ पे there was an uncle actually, और अंकल ने मुझे देख के बोला बहुत बड़े हैं. I was like 12, like 10 or 9, like 10 or 12 or something like that, and I was like, okay, thanks for that embarrassment. Yes. And he was like, इनका तो शुरू ही D से होएगा, 36D निकालो जरा. यार मैं 10-12 साल की थी यार.
No, but this is okay. It's very outrageous, but like the whole first bra happening, and I know सबका होता है by the hands of a man or whatever.
Yes.
But it's such a weird experience because my mom told me चलो bra खरीदते हैं, तुम्हें खरीदना पड़ेगा. But she was like क्या कर रही हो? ऐसे थोड़ा घूमते हैं. And we went to get the first bra, and suddenly you're thrust into an uncomfortable situation, right? कोई brief नहीं होती कि अभी
usually
uncle
with a man.
Usually with a man. And I feel like that's the starting point of a life full of people, men especially, talking to your tits. Talking to your tits like it's a whole conversation.
The thing you mentioned about like men talking to your tits, I'm reading this book right now, it's called Breasts, very intelligently. And they're talking about a researcher who actually who does eye tracking.
Right.
So what they did was they made different men come and sit in a room, and they tracked their eyes.
Right.
After showing them several pictures of women, and you know the first thing men see is the face. I mean, these men, not men in general.
Yeah.
And they would go down to the breast. Their eyes would linger. Then they would like almost like draw back, see the whole picture, then go back to the breast again, and then like alternate between the breast and the eyes. It seems that human beings, men, are hardwired to look at breasts so much, and it's such an uncomfortable sort of invasive experience a lot of times.
100%.
It just especially when you're growing up, like after a point you just become jaded and you're like, ठीक है हो गया है अब यही चल रहा है.
Yeah.
But when you're just beginning and you're understanding, and साथ के बच्चे वैसे दिखते हैं.
Yeah.
साथ के लड़के वैसे दिखते हैं, and you're just like, what a weird thing.
And they're picking it up from the men in their lives, right? They didn't start out that way. They were like, oh, it's okay, so I can go about it and nobody will care. And I think that's how that relationship forms very early, because I still have this uncle who I didn't like my whole childhood growing up. And I knew it's because he sometimes like glimpses at my breasts when nobody's looking.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy, I guess. So the conflict there has always, and then it got to a point wherein in my teenagehood I started talking about it. So I started telling everybody in the house, this is what happened. I remember one time I went to my sister and I was like, मैं तुझसे 500 रुपए bet लगाती हूँ कि जैसे अंकल आएंगे ये मेरे breasts को देखेंगे. So I became that girl growing up who was like a bit rude. वो तो time से फिर हो जाता अच्छा तू तो feminist और cool ही थी. But when you're growing up, then you're the problem child, right? So I'm sure, and especially considering everything you talk about, did you have that issue? Were you the problem child for being like the person talking about these things?
I remember I went to a birthday party when I was 6 or 7. So my mother's a gynecologist for context, and there's a surgery called a hysterectomy in which you take out somebody's uterus surgically. वो ये उस ज़माने की बात है जब बर्थडे पार्टी में हम इतने छोटे होते थे कि बर्थडे पार्टी में मम्मी पापा भी जाते थे हमारे साथ. So I went to the party and mama was not there with me, papa was not there. पापा तो जाते ही नहीं थे खैर इन सब पार्टीज में. मम्मी आई नहीं थी मेरे साथ. तो they asked me कि बेटा मम्मी कहाँ है. यूट्रस इन हिंदी इज बच्चेदानी. सो पता नहीं क्या मैंने सोचा, भाई घर में इतना नॉर्मल था ये सब. आई वाज लाइक वो हॉस्पिटल गई हैं. मैं बोला एवरीबडी गॉट वरीड कि मम्मी हॉस्पिटल क्यों गई हैं. आई वाज लाइक नहीं वो किसी की बच्चेदानी निकालने गई हैं. And I shit you not, they made me stand in a corner for the rest of the party.
Are you serious?
They were like तुम गंदी बच्ची हो, तुम गंदी गंदी बातें करती हो, हट जाओ यहाँ से, तुम अलग बैठोगी. And like they made me sit. I was not allowed to participate in the games. I was not allowed to, chill with the kids like that, and they made me sit in a corner. That is the kind of bullshit we put our kids through for saying body words. Like, it's a part of the बच्चेदानी में सब रहते हैं.
Yeah.
Everybody's first home is that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's, and especially like, I don't know, I find that women who have bigger breasts get sexualized so early on that they get radicalized very early on.
Yes.
Every girl that I know, all of my friends who are big booby girls are all slightly like about all this stuff.
Yeah.
As one should be, because this is not normal.
Yeah.
Why does that? How was your experience with like when you tell people? Actually, I was in the cab yesterday and my cab driver was speaking to me, asking me, "आप क्या करते हो?" Because I was talking about the shoot. So he's like, "आप actress हो क्या? आप क्या करते हो?" I was like, "नहीं मैं डॉक्टर हूँ." तो he's like, "क्या शूट कर रहे थे आप?" अब मैं क्या बोलूँ कि नहीं हम अपना ब्रा लॉन्च कर रहे हैं. मैं उसके शूट पे गई थी. Some random man, sure, let's talk about underwear. And I was thinking, when Shevya has interactions like this, what does she tell people?
मुझे बड़ा मजा आता है.
I make underwear.
Always. Because the faces you get across ages, genders, etc. are priceless. And from the reactions itself, it's anthropological, right?
Yeah.
You learn about humanity by talking about underwear. Right? It's a gateway to the soul because it's so intimate. No, but this like breast conversation is so real because, and it's like in one of my questions literally for this segment, because I always felt like growing up, I was sexualized earlier than everybody else in my family or whatever, or my sister, because different boob size, right? Which meant that अगर मेरी बहन कोई टॉप पहन रही है, मैं वो नहीं पहन सकती. Which is such a weird experience. And that does nudge you to talk about these things from an earlier age because there's so much rage about it. Because I was so angry for such a long time that just because I have more adipose tissue in a certain area of my body, I'm a bad girl.
Yeah.
Because sexualization for a woman equates being bad. Especially if you become in charge of that sexuality. It's okay. Yeah. If
other people are allowed to do it, the minute you own it and have agency over your own sexuality, you're a slut.
Immediately.
बूथ से बड़े हैं ही हैं, ज्यादा बोलती है उसके क्या हाल चाल ठीक नहीं है, नहीं क्या चलन ढलन ठीक नहीं है लड़की का.
And I tried being nice. Yeah, I tried to do that. मैंने कोशिश की कि like especially when I was a teenager कि मैं likable बनूं or whatever. But it's such a pointless endeavor to be anything but authentic. Breasts and all, right? And breasts are a big part of the narrative for women, whatever size you are. Like, okay, one of my closest friends is an A-cup. And she makes a lot of these booby jokes, okay? And we love them and we chat about it a lot or whatever. But once when we were like wasted and we're talking about our tits, right? We really realized how much of our narratives of ourselves came from breasts.
Yeah.
And that becomes such a foundational thing that women never get to talk about, but men talk about all the time. So it's our narrative, it's affecting us, but it's in the hands of men.
Have you seen that thing about men writing women? and they will say she moved breastily across the stairs as her nipple shook with every step she took.
If I did that for real, and if someone thinks that would be sexual, it's insane.
It's the same way, like if a man is walking, he's like, his cock moved cockily as he descended. Why is the entire experience of being a woman so often in normal conversations reduced to our boobage?
Yeah,
It makes no sense.
100%.
And like you said, it's just adiposity, it's just fat tissue with some gland tissue. But it's so central to the experience of being human. And if you think about it, and I don't mean to say that the entire purpose of women having breasts is just to breastfeed, but if you think about it, it's such an essential part of our lives. Almost everybody has grown up on breast milk,
Yeah.
which women manufacture magically in their bodies. Like, and breast milk is actually super cool, you know. Breast milk changes in composition depending on the needs of the infant, depending on how old the infant is. So when it starts off, it's actually richer in fat. It's called colostrum. It has a lot of immune supporting things in it. And after that, originally it's more fat heavy so that the baby can get a lot of nutrition. If the baby has a deficiency, the breast milk changes in its composition to make sure that the baby is getting the right requirement, the nutrients it needs. I go off on a tangent because I think
Please
it's so cool.
do, that's magic. I
It
see what
is
you mean.
magic.
Yeah.
And when I was writing my book, it just blew me away so much that the more and more I read about breast milk, the more and more I was just like, it's so essential and important, and it's an experience that everybody has had, having breast milk in some way or the other. With that sort of power,
Right.
with that sort of incredible ability, why are breasts the butt of jokes? You know, it's so degrading, and I don't know, it just really rubs me the really, really, really wrong way.
Yeah.
So that was your fursat today. फुर्सत से सुना हो आपने, I hope, because हमने फुर्सत पहन के ये सारी बकर करी है. That's a lot of plugging in. But yeah, we had a really fun chat talking about boobs and the experience of having boobs. So if you have boobs, you should check out Fursat. That's it. Bye.